And well, Podar International School has now issued a statement about the safety of their children after a News 9 viewer clicked a pic of a school bus with a gaping hole. And what they've said will leave you shocked. They've left the lives of their children in the hands of God. Here's what they had to say in their statement.
School is shocked that the bus conductor had used a not perfect school bus for our dear children yesterday. On checking up, the bus contractor claimed that a lady attendant was kept at the alleged spot throughout and parents were informed. School has issued a show cause to the bus contractor and will investigate the matter in depth. The driver of the bus will be replaced. School will also give another training session to all transport staff. We thank God for keeping a watch over all our children and protecting them from any untoward incident. School is committed to providing the best for all our children.
Well, that is the statement made by the school. At no point did they apologize, of course, but now they have made all the corrections, is what we understand. We understand that they've gone ahead and taken action against the school authorities and have also ensured that the school bus is sent to the police station to ensure that it cannot be used to ferry the children back and forth. And here's what Mr. Prakash Jairam, the school admin, had to tell us when we spoke to him about the incident.
Taken the immediate action that we had to get it rectified, and that the driver, we have suspended the driver also, that he has not informed to anybody that he has taken the vehicle. That lady attendant was sitting that the thing inside the thing which in the same where it was open that place. A picture, the person who had taken this is not a correct picture. I got the correct picture of that what has happened inside. No, this what picture is displayed. This is not a correct picture. See, we are also concerned about the children. So we are know that. See, this school is running past 5 years. So there's nothing wrong in that.
Well, a rowdy sheeter's arrest in Bengaluru today turned bloody after cops opened fire at rowdy Praveen. The Bharatinagar police had gotten information on Praveen's whereabouts and landed up at his doorstep near Kalpalli Cemetery to arrest him. But Praveen had no intention of walking away quietly. He tried to stab the police inspector. Bharatinagar Inspector Nagaraj was injured in the firing. Rowdy Praveen was also gravely injured in the firing and has been taken to the hospital by the police. Rowdy Praveen is wanted in over 10 cases. And well, it is understood that the cops have managed to go ahead and hunt down Praveen, but it did take quite a bit of effort. It wasn't simple, keeping in mind the fact that Praveen decided to go ahead and attack. He used knives to go ahead and stab one of the inspectors present, and after that he was also seen going ahead and being shot at by the police. My colleague Bansi was earlier at the scene of the crime. He takes us through exactly what took place.
Well, this is the area opposite the Kalpalli Cemetery. Now here, notorious rowdy Praveen was shot by the police in the leg. Now this is the actual spot where he was shot in the leg. The place where these the police have circled with a brick. Now this is just beside a railway line. Now you see, this is the railway line where this is a very isolated area. On one side is a railway line, on the other side is a cemetery. Now to my right is the cemetery. Now this is a very isolated stretch. Even during the day, the traffic on this road is a very low density traffic road. Now by night it is almost negligible, zero traffic we could say. Now Praveen was suspectedly in this area and the police officer Nagaraj found him here, and Nagaraj shot him in the leg. You can see the spot where you can see the spot circled, and also you can see the dried blood on the mud there, on the road also you can see the dried stains of blood. Now the reason why the police were after was after Praveen is because Praveen was involved in a case recently. He's been involved in about 9 cases, and more recently he had attacked his former employer Lawrence. Lawrence was into the LPG business, and Lawrence is still in hospital because Praveen had attacked him with lethal weapons, maybe a machete and other weapons. We are still not clear on those details. Now even as the police were here trying to apprehend Praveen, Praveen attacked the officer, and that was when he shot him in the leg. So both the police officer and Praveen are just now in hospital. Both are said to be out of danger. And this is the information we have from the spot. Will Praveen disclose other details remains to be seen. With camera person Jagan, this is Bansi for News 9.
Moving on, the Supreme Court today dismissed a PIL seeking that the leader of opposition status in Lok Sabha be granted to Congress party, saying it cannot decide political issues filed under the garb of public interest litigation. And their public interest litigation being quashed despite the fact that ML Sharma had filed at the Supreme Court, went ahead and gave a huge blow to the Congress, saying that it cannot decide political issues filed under the garb of a PIL. And this also is being said simply because the PIL had to do with political developments in the Lok Sabha, and that is something the Supreme Court wants to stay away from. My colleague Verghese joins us over the phone lines with more details. Verghese, no doubt the Congress was probably hoping that the judiciary will be able to step in for them, but it looks like the Supreme Court has made it very clear that politics they will stay away from.
In fact, the judges who were presiding over the matter had in fact pulled up the litigant PIL person ML Sharma, saying that it was treading into a very political arena and that the Speaker's decision is final with regards to the matter and that the court does not need to be pulled into this issue at all. And they in fact pulled up the litigant, asking him why did he file a PIL on political concerns, and this was an attempt to politicize the judiciary as well. So clearly the Supreme Court is staying away from this entire matter, Rakshita.
Right, Verghese, thank you so much for joining us with all those details. So quite simply, it looks like that PIL has been squashed and the Congress will have to look at how they can take this forward to ensure that they get the leader of opposition status. And while the Assistant Commissioner of Bagalkot, Shankar Venakayal, finished a meeting with the Panchayat members and farmers of Sulekere with regards to the continuing of the rescue operations in getting Timmanna out. The Gram Panchayat members have expressed their opinion, saying that the rescue operations should be halted. Well, day 6 of the rescue operations, and Timmanna's father is also once again giving up. He's also written a letter asking the district administration to call off the rescue operations. Well, the farmers whose fields surround Timmanna's father's fields have also called for a meeting, and their opinion was sought in continuing with the rescue operations. Well, as of now, it looks like everyone in the Panchayat is for cancelling the rescue operations, but we will have to wait and watch to see how they take this forward. In all likelihood, it looks like the rescue operations will continue. The government cannot afford to just put it past them and state that there will be no operation simply because they believe the boy is dead. And moving on, in just a week from now, the Lal Bagh Flower Show will be open to the public. A lot of money is spent every year on this show. But when our team went to check out the preparations for the upcoming show, we were left absolutely shell-shocked. Our team found the glass house leaking. And not just that, even as we stood there capturing visuals of the pathetic state, our cameras caught a very sad sight. Jai Chamraja Vodiyar statue, which has been put up for the show, started to collapse right in front of our eyes. Well, in fact, my colleague Nolan Pinto, who saw the entire thing unfolding right in front of his eyes, now joins us live from the newsroom. Nolan, if you could take us through what is the state of Lal Bagh now, with just days to go for, of course, the flower show. So take us through what are the kind of preparations and what you found lacking.
Well, everything is fun, it's nice, it's clean. This is what one would expect. It started today. You had the Chief Minister coming in the morning, inaugurating the entire flower show, the 200th flower show, mind you. You had the entire replica, floral replica of the Mysore Palace and the famed Mysore Dasara procession. But what happened is that we were there looking at all this when suddenly it started to rain. Now, this was, mind you, again, it was not a heavy rain. It was a busy, one could call it a heavy drizzle as such. Suddenly you have water actually seeping through the entire glass house at different points. You have actually people using their umbrellas inside the glass house. Imagine that. Then all of a sudden we see people running towards the statue of this great king of Mysore, and as a reporter our duty is to try and figure out what is happening over there. So we go there, we see that because of the rain, because of water seeping in through the glass house, the entire right side of the neck of this great king actually has started coming out. They gave us explanation saying that the roses around it, basically on top, which is covering it, have accumulated water, so because of that it started to seep and it destroyed this. But we were there beforehand, we didn't see any damages as such. It's only when it started to rain. Now the question that we are bringing out over here is, this is it's known as the world famous Lal Bagh show, the world famous Lal Bagh flower show. Lakhs of people, not hundreds of people, not thousands of people, lakhs of people coming in, not just from Bangalore and Karnataka, but from outside Karnataka as well. Now here we are trying to portray something, we are trying to showcase Bengaluru with the flower show, showcase something different. And this one thing, they really can't get it right. I mean, it's a sad state of affairs, a very sorry state of affairs, that they had enough time to look into all these problems, but still they could not. And leave the statue alone. Just talking about the entire glass house, you have water seeping in there, you have water falling in everywhere from different points. Now they knew it was the monsoon time. They have spent crores of rupees. Now we do not know the exact amount that they've spent on this, the entire floral replica of the Mysore Palace and the Mysore Dasara, entire thing over there. But in spite of all that, you have water falling everywhere, which will in time, with a heavy rainfall, destroy the entire setup. Now they've spent a lot of money for that. Artisans have worked on that, so a lot of sweat and blood has gone into getting that done, and in spite of that they have not looked into these simple issues.
Right, Nolan, as you stated, of course, they spent so much money on the flower show. It's considered the 200th flower show, so that much more special when compared to last year's or the years before that. Keeping that in mind, seeing the potential embarrassment that took place in front of everyone, how did the officials react, and have they already started going ahead and trying to make the repair works?
Very true what you're saying. This is a very prestigious show, the 200th flower show, like you mentioned. Officials are not there, it's just the police and the home guards. Officials were present there when the chief minister came in the morning. Now they needed to be there in huge numbers because they are the big CEO, the big boss is there. But after that, none of the authorities are present. We tried to find the authorities, but since it was raining, even they were not present. It looks like they've all gone home quickly. But nothing much is happening. What we saw was that a few workers running over there, holding sheets on top of it, trying to fix the sheets there, trying to do whatever they could do, but with no authorities over there to supervise them, tell them what's to be done. It was just a knee-jerk reaction so as to save the entire statue from crumbling down. Now that would have been ultimate. I mean, that would have been a slap on their face if it actually had to fall today, but thankfully it's just a part of the neck, and hopefully we really hope that tonight they will rectify this, so tomorrow when all the visitors come over there, everything is all right. Now what do you again see there, Akshita, and for our viewers, in the morning when the chief minister came to inaugurate, you can see the entire statue, proper, nothing, it's all neat. Suddenly in the evening it starts to rain and a part of it starts coming out, a part of the face, the neck starts peeling off. Now, it's a huge embarrassment, not just for the horticulture department, not just for the authorities at Lal Bagh Botanical Garden, but also an embarrassment for the citizens of Bengaluru and Karnataka, because this is what we are trying to showcase. We are trying to show something different, but rather what is actually coming out, the output, is that ultimate shoddy work over here, ultimate pathetic work, ultimate, in other words, it's corruption. We do not know how much money has been spent over there, what sort of material, substandard material. Now this, they might say it's something small, but it's not something small, because here we are trying to showcase Karnataka, we are trying to showcase the city, and this is a very prestigious flower show, the 200th.
Absolutely, Nolan. Thank you so much for joining us with all those details. They spend so much money on this. It's considered a tourist attraction. People from across the world even come to watch the Lal Bagh flower show, and this is the condition. Shoddy work, to say in the least. It's supposed to be the 200th flower show, so a lot of expectations were riding on the horticulture department. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they have managed to live up to the same.